From a Celtic wonderkid to a Ranger, not quite a wonderkid, but still. It's the Scottish League. Let's check him out. So this is Leon King, Scottish defender, currently at Rangers B team right now. 750K to 2.3 million, 7.5K per week. He is a breakthrough prospect. He is one that I heard about through Facebook posts. I've seen his name elsewhere, and I figured I might as well just throw him into these player profiles. I looked at his potential, and it's actually a negative 7.5, which basically translates to anywhere from 120 to 150. So not exactly wonderkid status, but he could still grow pretty nicely. May want to start out at the lower levels and then see if he can grow from there. But we'll check out the next 10 years and see how he does. As you can see right now, as a defender, first touch of 12, heading of 13 is not too bad for, an 18-year-old. Long throws, passing of 12, tackling of 14, so he's not too bad in some of these numbers. Positioning of 13, marking of 10 is a problem. Stamina of 9 could be a problem. So he's got a couple of numbers that I definitely would like to see grow, but some of these numbers, corners, crossing, dribbling might be nice, but some of these things you don't really care about for a defender. So we're going to get into some of the other things before we get to the 10 years, but he's looking okay so far. Career milestones: made a senior club debut, Ladbroke champions, William Hill Scottish Cup winners. He definitely has some trophies in the cabinet, and we are definitely going to see in the next 10 years, can he fill that cabinet with anything else? So before we hit the next 10 years and see how he is in that time span in the 2033 season, we are going to go through just the next 10 years every other year as visuals. So feel free to, as always, pause it where you want to see what you want to see, and then we will come back in the next 10 years and see how he's doing. Well, as you can see, he has gone through a couple of different teams. He is 29 years old right now at the end of the 2033 season. It is 10 years on. 4.4 to 13 million rated, 26.5K per week, squad player. Right now, he sits in Plymouth. As you can see, he's a natural center back, natural DR. He's an accomplished on the DL and on the DM side. His stats, his technicals really haven't grown much. If anything, they've gone a little worse. Mentals, he's got some numbers that are not too bad. So again, only 120 to 150. So anywhere in that range is where he can end up if he's trained well, if he gets the game time, if he doesn't get injured, all those different factors that always, come into play. And in this save, it doesn't look like he's reaching his full potential at 150 side of things. So his peak may be somewhere in the 120s, 130s. I don't know. But overall, natural fitness is good, but acceleration of 11, pace of 13, it's kind of where a lot of our players end up at the retirement stage. But I wonder what his one short-term plan is. Would like to one day be captain of the club. But career stats-wise, you can see Rangers through the 24-25 season. Southampton with a $1.4 million move, or £1 million move. Premier League, loaned out to the Championship with Plymouth. Back to Southampton. I don't know what this loan 130K is. Loaned out to Bolton, and then loaned back for 65K to Plymouth, and then a permanent move at 1.3. He's still in the Championship, so he's doing okay. That 666 that year, it's not that great, but 691, 688, 685, not too bad. Definitely one, if lower leagues take a look at and see how he grows, again, his potential may be towards the 150 mark for you. It is not there right now. So 150, I would say you could get into Premier League sides. Starting player at the lower half of the table, definitely, probably, pretty much not a Liverpool, Man City, Manchester United, those types of teams, but at least possibly a squad player on them. But at 29 years of age, he does have 2 caps, which is nice to see. But overall, his growth in this save did not go as well as I'd hoped. Tactically, you can see he played on the right side for 36, 1 goal, 1 assist. That's nice. 5 in the left and only 1 centrally. So that's interesting to see. Milestones, he does have some, and he's still got the champions. He's got some cups, named seasonal best 11s, bought by Southampton 1.4, bought by Plymouth 1.3. Nothing really personal. However, with Rangers and stuff, he does have some trophies. But yeah, he's not going to get a lot with Plymouth and Bolton, unfortunately. Injuries is a fairly long list. You do have a lot of moderates, which definitely could hamper his career. You have a lot of slights. Only one major, which is before the season, which before the save even started. But all these moderates is kind of problematic. 9 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So yeah, he's missing a lot of game time because of that. And if I look at the career stats, I mean, he's still playing a lot of games, but 26, 25, 15. So I mean, definitely could have hampered his progress. It definitely could be a problem. So he's a name recognizable to people from a wide range of playing backgrounds. He's got 5 winners' medals, but let's check out when he retires and see how he ends up. Well, it is the end of the 2037 season. This is the season that he retires. Next time, he is actually an unemployed assistant manager. But as you can see, he is now contracted to Derby County. He is listed for transfer for $700K, but he is calling it quits at the end of the season. He's actually apparently been played or trained as some other positions. He's got some versatility, but still, I mean, only makeshift. So I really wouldn't try him at that all that much. FA Cup 1+1 appearance 590. That just doesn't look good at all. But his stats don't look all that great at all. 700K, fringe player, 9.25K per week. So 33 years old, he is definitely calling it quits. Plan, does it show? It does not show that he's retiring. However, like I said, in 2038, he is an assistant manager, unemployed. So he definitely calls it quits at the end of the season. You can see he did sign on for free in the 2035-36 season to Derby County, 692, 659. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much time to retire. If I look at the milestones, he doesn't have much. Seasonal best 11s for Derby County, free. So very little to speak of right now. Unfortunately, he comes away with no actual trophies, minus some Ranger Champions trophies. But I mean, it's something at least. Injury-wise, broken ribs in the match versus Wrexham. Wow, a couple of more moderates. Yeah, he's tired. His body's starting to come down, so it is time to retire. But that is Leon King in a nutshell. 10 plus years on. I mean, he still had an okay career. It would be nice to see if his potential actually reached the 150 mark. But again, at a -7.5, that's kind of what the game does, is it gives you somewhere in that range. Doesn't tell you what it is, but you know, some win, some lose. And this time, sadly, he did not win. But that is it for Leon King. I am Sefian FM for the Football Manager blog channel saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.